In the next 90 seconds, I'm going to explain to you why the Chet Holmgren Lisfranc injury worries me as a physiotherapist. If you've just stumbled across my page, my name's Matt Does Physio, and I've been an outpatient and sport physio for the last 13 years, working with athletes in sports just like this. By now, everyone knows that the number 2 overall pick in the NBA draft was hurt in a Pro-Am game while defending LeBron James. And a Lisfranc fracture, while it used to be thought of as a career-ending injury, 92% of athletes seem to come back and play at the same level they used to with minimal residual pain. So why am I worried about this? A Lisfranc fracture is essentially an injury to the middle part of your foot, whether a fracture or to the ligaments. Where this x-ray and the arrow is pointing to, that's your middle cuneiform, and these 2 bones here, that's your second and third tarsal. So we're looking at the ligaments and attachments in that area specifically. Now, generally, an injury happens in sport indirectly, meaning the foot of the athlete will be plantar flexed or pointed downward in a weight-bearing situation, and then there's a moment of torque or rotation that causes the fracture or ligament strain and sprain. Now, usually this happens in sports where the foot is fixated. So think of a horseback rider whose foot gets stuck in a stirrup, a snowboarder with the bindings over top of the middle part of their foot, or very commonly in NFL where you have a runner getting tackled and the heel actually gets grabbed by the defender during the tackle, causing the Lisfranc fracture. As you can see here, I know it's blurry because it's a screenshot, but Chet was stepping back, and as he plantar flexes his foot to push forward, there's a small moment of torque, and that seems to cause the injury. Now, there's a small amount of literature that does tell us this can happen in your basic ankle sprain, as well as pivoting injuries in ballet and in back catching in Major League Baseball. But it's super, super uncommon. And this is why I'm worried about Chet. He'll come back next year and play. But I'm really worried that this 6'10" frame at 190 pounds soaking wet can't handle the training and the intensity of the NBA game. This might just be a case of overtraining, and that's got to be addressed by his trainers and the OKC staff. But it's never a good look when your draft pick can't even make it to camp before he's injured and out of the season. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you're an OKC fan, are you worried for the future? Or do you think this is just a freak injury and he's going to be back next year playing at a top draft pick level?